Well, if you have a sweet tooth, today is your lucky day.
That's right. Janet McCormick is here with a recipe that you can use for all your 4th of July gatherings, and it's all American. So before we get started, we're going to run down the all-American list of ingredients. You need vanilla or lemon pound cake. That'll work. You need those peeled peaches. Yum. Some sugar, why not? Some peach schnapps, that's optional, and also some whipped cream. So what do we do?
Well, I was in Kroger and this is what I walked by, and I had something completely different planned.
Yeah, you weren't planning
this. I was going to do some savory stuff because I'm here hungry again, but I smelled these peaches and I kept saying, what is that glorious smell?
Yeah.
And
so good.
It drew me, and so there I started. When you can smell the peaches or any kind of fruit for that matter, that means it's very ripe and very good to use. So if you ever had that, you know, if you ever wondered what would make the fruit or how to pick the fruit, this was just slightly, the scent for one, I could smell it, but then you want to get, because there was a few hard ones in there, and they don't really do well in this kind of dish, but you know, it's slightly, you could press on it just slightly, then you know it's perfect. And you'll see that I left the peeling on this because listen, this peach, it doesn't have a lot of fuss.
Yeah, I
it's very light, so in fact I asked,
nectarine-like.
I asked, and it's not, because that's what I was like, is this some kind of like a combination? Hybrid, because I don't really want hybrids, and he said no, that's just the Georgia peaches, and they've got them in, and it was awesome.
And they're local peaches. Well, they're Georgia peaches, but you got them locally.
Yeah, yes, of course. I've got it here at our little Kroger here. So you just put this in, and this is how I do strawberry shortcake. And in fact, when they had strawberry week, you know, a couple weeks ago, my son was like, "You should do your strawberry shortcake because it's really awesome."
He said it was better.
Yeah, well,
he's your son. He better say that.
He did say it. And so I said, well, you know, these peaches are so great. Let's just switch up the fruit a little bit here. So that's what we did. And I just put it in a food processor, no smashing, you know, that's the way we used to do it in the olden days.
It smells even better sliced.
Yeah, well, this is, so you're almost going to puree it, but you want it to be chunky. And thank goodness, oh, by the way, I put about 1/4 a cup of sugar. They don't really need a lot of sugar because they're very sweet, And I mean, this takes seconds. So if you ever want to impress somebody on the fly and do it really quick, you can pick this also up at the grocery store. They have pound cakes. This one's just a vanilla, and a lemon pound cake goes awesome with even strawberries or any kind of fruit. You could do smashed up blueberries. I like to just switch it up a little bit. And I make my own.
Jay wasn't able to get a picture of this. I just want to make sure that
as there's already a whole plethora of. Not that there's these.
Just in case.
All of these over here.
I'm just a team player. That's all.
The whole group today because you know food impresses everyone, and I make so many friends these days.
Sure does.
Because I just have food all the time. Okay, so we're just going to pour a little bit of this on here. By the way, if you're going to put the schnapps in this, which is an optional thing, it just kind of gives it a little zing. You would do that at the same time that you're pureeing this in the food processor. And if you're adventurous, you might want to make your own whipped cream. I'm not going to try that because I did that a couple weeks ago and made some buttercream.
This is so fast, too.
Yes, it is, but it's going to be very elegant. If you've got mint, which I do have it growing out back, this would be a perfect opportunity to show off your growth of mint and herbs that you have, and you can throw that. You know what? Thyme goes well with this fruit. It has a great
thyme from the garden?
Yes, thyme.
Really? I would not have
thyme.
I wouldn't have thought that,
It's so good. You can sprinkle just a little bit. You just get a little bite of it. So here you go.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
See what you
pass them down.
And you can just smell the peaches. They smell so sweet. And you didn't add that much sugar, too.
Peach is like one of my favorite fruits, so I'm super excited for this.
This would also be a great way to make bellinis as well. You can go make it a little more pureed and add some champagne to it.
You talked about how you make people happy and how to make friends. You're making a lot of friends with this?
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about Carnegie's book, How to Make Friends and Influence People. It should have been a cookbook, and then he could really influence friends and make people.
I know. One of the quotes, I mean, this is why I went into this field. I had a little problem of wanting people to like me. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Guess what? Yeah.
I wanted my family to like me.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
So good. And I love how easy it is because I am not savvy in the kitchen.
Well, this is simple. This is one of the things that Brittany really devoured was simple dishes like this.
She did, didn't she?
I mean, when you're the younger crowd, which you girls are, this is what you want to do to impress people, and they don't need to know you didn't make this cake.
No, they'll never know.
And they're not really the cake is good, but
The
it's
berries,
this.
yes.
This is the homemade part that turns out really well, and it took no time at all.
Well, Erica, you'll get to know me very well when I say this, that food is only as good as whatever sauce you slather all over it, and that is my new
Yeah.
thing. And
Very true.
I'm proving it here. This all smells so
Keep
good.
slathering, Janet.
Yeah,
That's
it is
fantastic.
absolutely
yeah.
delicious.
Yep.
And of course, you can find the full recipe on our First Look at 4 Facebook page. It's on there right now, actually. So you can head over there and take a look. There it is. And here it is.
Look
I'm
at it,
gonna-
looks
Right in
like
front of us.
home.
Oh my
Thanks so much for coming in, Janet.
Janet, thank
Definitely.
you.
You're welcome.